This episode of April J. Have No Ideas is brought to you by the Misconnection section of Craigslist, and I'm probably going to say fuck in the first minute of this podcast.
Blink locker room. You kept staring at my firm black body and bulge. Manhattan. You made some awkward conversation about visiting Jamaica and hedonism. While staring hungrily at my athletic frame, you went on about how you heard crazy stuff happens there on the hush, like married couples hiring black studs to play with. I said, oh yeah, and laughed while tiling off. You said you didn't have a moral issue with it. If someone can help spice up a marriage or help someone one-on-one get their groove back, they deserve top dollar compensation, while staring at my bulging boxer briefs. Other people came in and the conversation ended. But if you're around and willing to make good on your promise, maybe we can work something out. Posted 3 days ago. Hi, I'm April.
And I'm Jay.
And we have no ideas.
It's true. Ooh, and my computer just dinged. I'm going to make good on that right off the bat because I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
And say that what the fuck is with these pop socket things that go on the back of phones? They're so fucking stupid and I can't stand them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me irate. It's one of those things that exists in the world that I'm like, why do they exist? Why are they so stupid?
I guess they're supposed to be able so you can hold your phone.
You can't hold your phone without a fucking knob picture dick knob sticking out the back.
Thanks, Sharon.
Yeah. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, just hold your fucking phone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just,
did
I don't know.
Did someone hurt you? My God.
I have a deep-seated issue with pop sockets.
Christ, I guess so.
Pisses me off. Anyway. That was my small rant. Oh boy, where do we start? So many things I want to talk about. I have a couple bulletins I can give you first, which number one, Doctor Who premiere date was announced.
October 11th? 7th.
It's a Sunday too.
Yeah, they said this is the first time the entire season is going to air on a Sunday.
Okay with that, I guess. I don't care either way. I mean, Saturday was always kind of weird. Anyway, because I'm out or doing stuff on Saturdays. But that's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I just hope that it's not going to conflict with like every other thing I watch on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hope it's on late enough.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about this came out last week. They released the first images from the Captain Marvel movie.
Yes.
And they were fantastic.
I'm surprised you didn't tag me in them. You usually tag me in everything, and you posted, and I was like, oh.
Because I think my intention was I wanted to talk about them, so I didn't want to have any conversation with you ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
And they were amazing. Their take on the Skrulls has me giddy. They look fantastic. They look exactly like I wanted them to look. So I'm pretty pumped about it. That movie looks like it's going to be freaking amazing.
Here's hoping it's good, seeing as though they haven't shown a trailer because of some. I guess like a trailer was previewed somewhere or footage was shown somewhere and it got a really negative response.
Really? I didn't hear that.
And that's why we haven't seen a trailer.
Really? I hadn't heard that.
They were afraid to show it at Comic-Con. I know that.
Really interesting. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be bad. Maybe the trailer was just poorly put together. I don't know. Maybe they tried to scrape it together and didn't have enough footage yet. Who knows?
I don't know.
There's no way this movie's going to be bad. There's no way. Impossible. I'm calling it impossible.
Okay. I hope it's good. I want it to be good.
What else do I got? I figured you would have tagged me on Facebook in something related to the Pottery Barn Harry Potter collection they've released.
Okay, so the Pottery Barn Harry Potter collection is more than a year old. They've added stuff to it.
Like what they call the Harry Potter Great Hall bed, which
Uh,
which ranges from $1,999 to $2,199.
I am a 35-year-old married adult whose husband would never allow her to buy that.
What about the mythical metal bed?
None of the beds.
I don't know what sizes they come in. I assume they would come in like up to full, maybe.
I'm thinking so, and seeing as though we have a king size bed and that's not big enough with us and the dogs, I don't think we could downgrade to a Harry Potter bed.
I mean, if I told you it came to a king size, would that sway you to spend $2,100?
Listen, you don't have to convince me. It's convincing EJ, and I know for a
Oh,
fact.
I don't have to convince him. You have to convince him. And no, it only comes in queen.
Yeah, see, it's that's not good enough. I actually have something from the collection I got for my birthday or Christmas. It was combined, which is the Hogwarts wall hanging, which is so nice. It's like it's got the outline is all in like leather, and it's on like a really nice canvas.
Nice.
I have it in my office. I just have to figure out where I want to hang it.
Gotcha. So yeah, I had just seen about this, so that's why I was like, why isn't she talking to me about this?
The cookware, like all the glassware and stuff like that, I want all of those things.
Oh, I'm sure. They have a wizarding cup.
Yeah, it's like a lamp or something.
Yeah, something like that. And pillows and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware because I'm already Christmas shopping for Ashley.
Oh, there you go. Okay. You're buying her that bed?
Listen, she's my best friend, but I don't think I can justify spending, $2,200 on her.
Yeah. With good reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Maybe if I won the lottery.
Not to mention, it's part of the Pottery Barn PB Teen.
Yes.
So it's not even really for adults.
That doesn't matter.
I was going to start reading my son the first Harry Potter book, and for some reason I cannot find book 1 and book 3 of my collection. So I'm kind of bummed because I have to go out and rebuy them, and they're not going to match the ones I have.
Oh.
So of course I was like, I'll sell the ones I have and just buy a whole new set.
Yeah, I have a mismatched set. I have
don't
a
know
bunch
if
of
I'll do it.
paperbacks, and like the last 2 or 3 are in hard copy or like hard.
I think somebody along the lines borrowed it, and I just don't know where it is.
That stinks.
But that was pretty much it. I have some personal things I want to talk about. We'll get to that part of the episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watch Adventure Time. Do you watch?
I don't.
Have you ever watched? Okay. They had their series finale, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
You don't really watch it, so I won't get into it too much. But yeah.
We started Iron Fist last night, but we only got like halfway through the first episode because we had other things to do. No, only because we only had other things to do. Like
No, I didn't realize it released this weekend. I forgot.
Yeah, it released on Friday. But we were otherwise occupied because we went out because Thursday was our anniversary.
I know.
And he had to work. So we celebrated. We went out to dinner on Friday night instead.
Nice.
And then yesterday morning we went and got a couple's massage.
Ooh.
And I have a knot in my shoulder, and I think she made it worse.
It happens.
But yeah, so we started watching it yesterday afternoon. Got about halfway through, and we were meeting some friends, so we had to pause it, and because he wanted to get ready and go do a couple things, and so I sat and watched the new Bert Kreischer special
I saw that, and
on
you
Netflix.
Were peeing your pants or not breathing or something.
I've never laughed so hard at something on TV. Like, my back hurt. I was laughing so hard, and I had tears streaming down. It was the funniest stand-up special I've ever seen.
I was gonna recommend it to Sharon that we watch it because we like watching stand-up specials, and I realize how this is gonna sound when it comes out, but I don't know. I don't know the guy, and I don't like his face.
So I'm going to recommend before you do anything, before you watch this one, is search Bert Kreischer, The Machine.
Okay.
So Bert Kreischer went to college in Florida, and he's actually what Van Wilder is based off of.
Ah, gotcha.
Like his time partying in Florida at college. So when he was 21 or 22, he accidentally got involved with the Russian mafia.
Oh.
And the story is fucking hilarious. So watch that. You can find it on YouTube.
Right.
And then from there, Secret Time will make you much happier.
I'll give it a try. Yeah, I totally forgot to go back a little bit. I totally forgot Iron Fist came out. I heard that the second season is supposed to be much better. It looks much better. Lighten that fist up a lot more. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. And then so are you caught up now on? You said you're caught up on Castle Rock now.
Yes, we watched it Thursday night.
Can we talk about that for a minute? So if you watch Castle Rock, and you are not caught up, you might want to skip over this part because we're going to talk about details on what's going on. So 3, 2, 1. I think they did I think they did a good job of explaining what the fuck is finally going on.
But I still don't understand the okay, I don't understand this, how they got from one place to another.
You ready?
Yeah.
Dark Tower.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. Same thing. It's just different dimensions.
Okay.
And it just so happens that these two dimensions are identical.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of each of them, but they're different people. And that's why he's all like weird and depressed. It's not that like he's freaked out. It's not that he's like fucked up. It's that he's been trapped here and he's like depressed because he can't get back to his.
But okay, so here's the thing though. So he was brought back in time, first of all.
Not necessarily.
Yes, because Black Henry Deaver is a child.
Okay.
That he let out of that cage. Because 2 episodes ago, when Skarsgård and the adult Black Henry Deaver, and I'm sorry I'm calling him Black Henry Deaver, I don't know the actor's name. But when Skarsgård and the man we thought was Henry Deaver.
We'll say Henry and the kid.
Okay, fine.
That's what we knew him as up to this point.
Okay, so when the kid says to Henry, I didn't let you out of this cage, or I didn't let you out for this to happen. It was something like, I never asked for this when I let you out.
Right.
So.
And he was insinuating when they let him out of prison. When they let him out of the police station.
No, the kid.
Oh.
The kid said it to Henry. Go back.
That's right, because they found him in the basement.
Yes.
Okay.
So the kid has been trapped here for 20-something years.
Right, but he was only missing for, 11 days in the other dimension?
See, this is where Skarsgård has been trapped here for 20-something years.
Right. But so when Henry disappears, when you hear at the beginning that Henry disappeared, he had disappeared for 11 days in the middle of the winter.
Right.
He was down in that basement, I'm assuming, for longer than 11 days.
Yes.
Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know if they say.
No, because he's in the other dimension.
So he's in the kid's dimension for, let's say, 11 days, locked in his father's basement.
Right, but it's years.
He's down there for years because his father leaves tapes saying about how they celebrated Christmases.
Like,
and this and that.
It's like 29 years.
But
it's the same time frame.
Different. But he was only missing in his home dimension for 11 days.
Right. So that means that our Henry, well, the kid, is probably only missing for the same amount of time in his dimension, and it's 2018 there as well.
Right, and I'm assuming they're going to explain this in the finale. However, so I would say the kid ages differently in this dimension. That's why the sheriff said, "I saw you 27 years ago, and you haven't aged a day." So my assumption is he ages differently because his dimension time is a different construct.
But so is Henry, because Henry the child that we find in the kid's dimension has only been missing for 11 days, an hour, and see, I fucking hate time travel.
It's not really time travel though. So I assume they're going to explain it, but now we know who he is, and now we know he's not. It's not that he's messed up. It doesn't explain why he's supposedly lighting these fires and why all this stuff is happening around him, other than I'm thinking that because he doesn't belong in that dimension, it just messes with people.
Maybe.
It's almost like a metaphysical turbulence follows him around.
Maybe.
So that everywhere he is, things just go nuts.
But it almost seems like he can kind of...
Or he has psychic... He's almost like Superman. He's got psychic powers in this dimension. Something about this dimension gives him powers.
That's what I'm thinking, only because he was able to... The neo-Nazi that he was stuck with, turned his brain to mush.
Yeah.
And caused the shootout in the jail and all that.
So it's going to be interesting to find out, now that we know what's going on. He's going to say, I've been, and that's why Henry doesn't remember anything, because the dimension messed with his brain.
Right. And that's also why What's-Her-Face, the neighbor, doesn't remember him either.
Right. So it's the whole thing's freaky. It's good. I like the twist. Yeah. I like where it's going. So, we'll have to see more. I think we should talk more about it after we see the finale this week.
Yeah. And season 2 has already been greenlit, which is awesome.
Awesome. So that's good. So yeah, it's been good so far. So.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're at the same place now. I was waiting for you to frickin' finish the show.
Well, technically I finished it before you did too.
Well, only because we didn't watch it this week until Thursday.
No, I know.
So I watched a movie on my anniversary since my husband was gone.
Mm-hmm.
On Netflix, and it's like the best thing in the world. To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed. Tell your wife she needs to watch it.
I will tell her.
It's such a cute rom-com with very little drama, and the boy is adorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let her know.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much it for media type things.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about your life the past week? And is there anything going on? Something maybe that pissed you off that you'd like to vent about?
Was it what I said? What did I text you and say I was pissed off? I did earlier today. Unless there was something else.
You said, and I quote, "Oh, I have something else to bitch about tonight."
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes. So last night, we went out with some friends to this board game cafe that's the next town over.
Okay.
It's something we try to do, every once in a while. They have a small child. He's 1, so it's one of the few things that we can do and bring the kid.
Okay.
So we go to this board game cafe. We're hanging out. We're playing games. And my husband turns to me and says, "Hey, do you know of any ice cream places that might be open?" So I look at the time. It's only like 8 o'clock. And I Google search the ice cream place that's... if I wanted to, it's in walking distance of my apartment. So I'm like, oh, Sweet Frogs is open till 10:30.
Okay.
So it's one of those self-serve... It's like, what is it, peach...
Froyo?
Yeah. It's one of the self-serve Froyo places.
Called Sweet Frog?
Yeah. Apparently it's got some sort of religious connotation or something. But they're a chain. I don't know. But
they're stupid.
Their t-shirts have like Bible quotes and shit.
Oh, Christ, literally.
So we're like, okay, well if we leave here by like 9:30, we'll still have an hour. We should be good. So
listen, I have nothing against this, but seriously, keep your Jesus out of my ice cream.
Oh, I agree, but it's the only place nearby. So...
Sorry, Mike, if you're listening, I apologize. I have nothing against any of this.
Oh, you're not even Catholic, so...
Well, I know, but I don't want to insult anybody's religion, but I don't know why it has to be in my froyo.
Yeah, but aren't you Jewish?
That's neither here nor there. The
So you
point
don't even
is,
believe in Jesus.
listen, the point is,
I know, I'm just busting your balls. So anyways, so we pull up to Sweet Frogs. It's 5 of 10. Google says they're open until 10:30. The sign is still lit up, open. The door is unlocked. We walk in, and some teenage girl comes out. We're closed.
no, you're not.
I said, what time do you close? 10 o'clock. I said, oh, well, website says 10:30. And my husband's like, just, let's go. Just don't even, April. Just, I'm like, okay, fine. Fine. So we leave. We get back in the car, and it's like 9:59. I'm like, first of all, we got in there at 9:55. But whatever. I'm going to let it go. Until today. So, I gotta find the exact
Did
conversation.
you stay there until 10 o'clock and see if she locked the door and shut off the lights?
No, I didn't.
See, what I would have done was I would have sat there and waited till she locked the door and shut off the lights. Then I would have taken a picture. Then I would have screenshotted the website that says open until 10:30 on Saturdays. And I would have posted it to their website, to the Google review, with the attention of the manager. Your website says you were open till 10:30. However, I was told you're closed, and now your restaurant is closed at 10 o'clock. Please be advised.
So, today, I called Sweet Frog. And I call. I Google the number, and I hit the button to go right from Google. And some girl answers, hello. Like they're answering their fucking phone. So I go, is this Sweet Frog? And she goes, yeah. Like, how the fuck would I know that? Because you just answered the phone. Hello. Not, thank you for calling Sweet Frog. Nothing like that. So I said, is your manager in? She says, no. She might be at the other store by the movie theater.
Thank you.
So I said,
Talk to you
okay.
later.
I said, okay, thanks. So there's so the movie theater is literally a mile and a half away. And there was another froyo shop called Hoopla. Well, Hoopla got bought out by Sweet Frog. Like, this is
Sweet Frogs.
This is a whole thing. Like, all over New York, all the Hooplas were bought out by Sweet Frog.
Fucking Sweet Frogs.
So I call Sweet Frogs, or I call Hoopla, and and so a woman answers the phone and says, thank you for calling Sweet Frog at such and such address, like a whole spiel. And I said, is the manager in? She goes, no, she's not in today. I said, okay. I said, what time do you guys close on Saturdays? She goes, well, we close at 10, but the site says 10:30, which is when the employees leave. I said, okay. Well, last night I came in at 5 of 10, thinking you guys closed at 10:30, and was turned away. And then I called today, and the person answered the phone, hello, and I actually had to check to see if I had the right number. So this woman goes, well, we've had a lot of complaints about that store. Then proceeded to ask me what the person's name was, or what the person looked like that was there last night. And she goes, was it a redheaded girl? I said no, and I described who it was, and she goes, oh, she's new. I said, okay, fine. And she goes, but I can give you the manager's phone number. I'm like, I'm not going to bother the manager at home. Like, that's just... no, I'm not going to do that. I'll call during regular business hours, maybe tomorrow. So then she goes on to say, if you come to this shop, we won't close 5 minutes early. And if you come today, I'll give you 2 free small ones. And I'm like, listen, I just wanted to call and find out, because the moment's already passed. EJ doesn't want ice cream anymore. Like, he wouldn't even go to the grocery store last night to get ice cream. So I'm like, it's done. And she goes, well, she's like, you could try. She's like, I would suggest coming to this one because I doubt you want to go back to the other one. So I'm not going to come to your fucking store ever again, like either franchise. But this is my problem. If you're closed, lock the fucking door and turn off the sign that says open.
Well, she was new, so I mean, you get one. Everybody gets one.
I don't know. But this is the thing. If you had done that, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have just thought that Google was wrong, because Sometimes you update your hours and it doesn't go right to Google.
Well, but again, though, if she wasn't new, she would have been able to say that, oh, the website's wrong, I apologize. But if it were me, I would have said, you know what, I apologize, the website's wrong. We're going to be closing in a few minutes, but if you make it quick.
Right. It wasn't even 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no, you got screwed.
And I don't even eat the shit. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm just mad on principle at this point.
You got screwed by sweet frogs.
Is that a Swiffer thing?
Yes. Yes, it is.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, I know. So, wow, that's something.
What a ride, huh?
We have a similar, I wouldn't say it's similar, but equally as infuriating type of restaurant around us. So there's a place called, and the worst part about it is we're fucking idiots and we keep going back. But I'll get to that. There's a place by us called Ami's Crispy Bagels.
Okay.
And they make wonderful bagels. Their bagels are very good. However, their staff is fucking mean and shitty. And half the time you go there, they don't have any bagels ready. So you'll walk in and they'll be like, what do you want? And you're like, oh, can I have a, onion bagel with this and that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fine. And you go up to the counter and then the girl's like, what did you get? And you tell them, and right? But half the time you walk in and there's like one blueberry bagel in the thing. Hi, do you have any more bagels coming out? Yes, we'll have more bagels in 20 minutes.
Where is this place?
In Waterbury.
Okay. Well, that's your first problem.
They're shitty people with shitty attitudes and almost never have any fucking product. But we literally keep fucking going back because the bagels are so fucking good.
And also because there's no good bagel places in town.
We literally walk in and, like, basically it's like walking into a restaurant and going, please, ma'am, shit on my face so I can have a good bagel. Here, let me open my mouth and you can piss in my mouth just so I can have a good bagel. You expect it.
Oh my God.
Just walk in and take the throat punch just so you can have a bagel with cream cheese.
Makes you miss Bagelville, huh?
The bagels are really good. That's the sad thing. We literally go in there and get treated like shit just so we can have a fucking bagel.
We used to have a good bagel place in town. Remember those days?
Bagelville. And the guy closed because he just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. That was a sad day.
So needless to say, you're not the only one that has to deal with bullshit.
Yeah, but see, I won't go back to that shop.
Yeah, well, I'll be back.
I'll drive 5 minutes down the road and go to the old Hoopla New Sweet Frog and hope that...
Nope, I'll probably be back next Saturday.
That's terrible.
Yeah, well, I guess who's the idiot?
Definitely you.
Yeah. The other thing I discovered this week, other than the overarching lesson that having kids is an adventure, is that my daughter developed a new tactic for when she doesn't want to eat. So my children, let me preface this by saying my children don't like to sit at the table and just eat their dinner. They like to do one of the following. Watch a television show on a phone. Watch a television show on a phone while standing. Watch the television in the living room by coming back and forth to the table. Dancing at the table. Dancing in the kitchen. Running around in circles chasing each other. Feed their food to the dog. And so on. Well, my daughter has decided that when she doesn't want to eat from now on, her tactic was, let me put this, I'll tell you the story of what happened the other evening. So she would not sit still to eat, and she kept running around the house till finally we cornered her and said, you need to sit down, you need to eat now. I believe she might have had to go to her bedroom for a couple minutes too. So finally she came back and she just wasn't having it. So at one point she's almost done with dinner and she's not sitting in a chair. She's standing on a step stool while eating dinner. So she turns around. I'm in the kitchen. She turns around, looks me right in the eye, smiles, and then shoves her entire hand down her throat and pukes up everything she had over the entire day. Then wipes her mouth, smiles again, and says, "Daddy, I puke." All so she could be done with dinner.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I thought it was funny when I read it.
she likes to say, "I puke." So a couple months back, we were swimming in the pool and she swallowed some pool water and started gagging. And then I got her to the side of the pool and she proceeded to puke up her mac and cheese that she had for lunch. So then a separate time, a couple weeks later, she was swimming with my wife, swallowed a little bit of pool water, and then proceeded to gag until she puked again on the pool deck. So now, anytime she's in the pool and she swallows a little bit of water, she goes, I puke. Oh. Yeah. The girl has like a feather hair trigger gag reflex on her, apparently, and likes to manipulate it when needed. So that's a thing that happens in my house now.
Oh my god. Where is she learning this?
I have no idea where she learned it. That's what I mean. It's not something you learn. Or I mean, it's something you learn, but I don't know. It's not, I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Just shoved her whole hand down her throat, and then everything just all over the floor.
Grace. I love it. I mean, it's awful, but it's...
Yeah. So that happened. And then I think that was pretty much it. I had another note down here, but I forget what it was about. Oh, if we ever start a band or something like that, we need to call it Accidental Salmon, because I think that's a good name for something. I don't know what, but it's a good name for something.
Where did that even come from? Because I got the mascarpone message.
The mascarpone video?
Yes.
So we've been doing Blue Apron.
Yes.
And they sent us our meals for this week, but we, instead of chicken for the meal, they sent us North Atlantic salmon. So we had to send it. We had to send him an email, and at one point my wife turned around and she's like talking about Blue Apron. She said, yeah, I sent him an email about the accidental salmon. And I was like, oh my god, that's a great name for something, Accidental Salmon. I was like, I gotta write that down. I think that's gonna be the name of this episode, Accidental Salmon.
Yeah, because it was so out of context from the text message. It was like, here's the mascarpone message, and then
I said we need to use the name Accidental Salmon for something at some point.
Let's see.
I said something like that.
What is this? Oh, this was my nonsense message. Never mind. Let me go past that. Where I was using push to talk, or I was using voice to talk.
So I want to talk about that for a second. Can we talk about that for a second? So April and I text each other quite frequently. We both like to use text to speech, and sometimes these things come through, and they're the most ridiculous fucking messages that I think I've ever seen in my life. So this is the message I get from April the other day in reference to our episode that we're about to record that night, which we didn't record. And it says, and I quote, "I have no idea what they are talking about tonight, that those expectations get raised. Turn all the same big Nord him of that." I want to see if I can find some other ones. I might have to scrub a little bit here, but...
So I was driving home from work, and I was listening to a podcast, and I was using my watch to send him a message. So as I'm talking in the background, the podcast is going as well. So let's see, I have no idea what they're talking about tonight. I don't know why it came with because I was saying we're. And then all of a sudden they go, that those expectations get raised. That was Hank Green talking to his wife about something.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know what the turn all the same big Nordham of that was about.
I don't know either. I'm trying to find another one because I know it happens really quite often.
It does, because we're nonsense. And it's usually me, because I'm like in the middle of doing something else as I'm messaging, so there's competing noises in the background. But oh no, I thought you were going to talk about my text message earlier.
Oh, when I said, "Are you ready to record?" and you said, "I'm peeing," instead of like, yeah, 1 minute or whatever, just I'm peeing.
Okay, so that's the thing, though. As I mentioned to you right before that, we're very good friends, and I think we're at a point in our friendship where I can say something like that and not have a problem. When you literally talked to me right after you had your vasectomy to tell me about the vasectomy, months before we talked about it last week.
I mean, I get it. I'm just saying it was funny.
And we recorded the night that he had his vasectomy, and he's sitting there with a fucking bag of peas and showed me the bag of peas.
I can't find one right now, but
I'm sure
it happens quite a lot. We'll have to scrub for him. I love speak to text.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit much.
So I don't know if you have some other stuff you want to talk about.
Okay.
Anything at all, or any ideas? Did we get anything on the Discords?
We did. We got a couple. Well, okay.
Because I do have a segment I wanna go into, but I want to get this stuff first.
So Robin said toys, but that was pretty much it. There was no context.
Okay, that could go in a couple different directions, but
it could, especially after last week's conversation.
Jeez, yeah.
And then another Discord server that I belong to, I put out feelers as well. And I am Mark 1. Actually gave me a bunch of them that we can discuss this week. We can wait till next week.
I was waiting for you to go ahead.
I'm asked. Okay. So this one's a dangerous one.
Oh, crapola.
I sent them to you.
You did not.
I did. I texted them to you on Thursday, right before you said we need to postpone until Sunday.
I beg to differ, but okay, go ahead.
So what's a great quality and a bad quality you think about each other?
Oh, you did send them to me. I don't know.
Okay.
What else you got?
That sounds like a cop-out, Jason.
No, I don't know. Do you have answers to that question?
I do actually.
Oh, crap. Okay, go ahead.
The bad quality is you talk over me, but you already knew that.
That's the bad quality?
Well, that and you don't tend to listen sometimes.
Okay.
And the other one is that you're a really good friend and you always take my side even if I'm wrong.
I do that.
You do. Even when I know I'm being fucking crazy, you're like, no, it's fine.
All right. I would say, so a good one would be, there's a lot of them. You are very supportive, and you're always there if I need to talk to somebody. A bad one would be some of your interests in literature are questionable at times.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's the bad quality.
For all the great things you like, sometimes I go, what the fuck? Why?
All right. Let's see. What's something you wish you could do in the future?
What's something I wish I could do in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Like realistic, or like, are we talking like science fiction-y, or
I don't
like?
know. They just asked what's something you wish you could do in the future.
I wish in the future I could fly a plane or a spaceship,
Okay.
like a Star Wars style spaceship, like something cool.
Okay. So you're going futuristic here.
Well, the part of it, no, fly a plane was, I would like to fly a plane in the future.
Okay.
That would be a wish, a bucket list item.
Okay. I want to be a cyborg. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, honestly, like, I want my brain transplanted into a robot body. Like, end of life shit.
So our topic for this week is what the You what?
Okay.
Why?
So that I don't have to die? Like, I want my consciousness, like...
Have you not learned anything from science fiction? Immortality is fucking terrible.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, everybody you know isn't going to become a cyborg, so you will have to watch everybody you love die, number one. Number two, you can't feel anymore. You lose.
No, you can still. It's still my brain.
Yeah, but it's robot components. I'm talking physical touch. Like, it's not going to be the same.
And I'm telling you right now that the technology, maybe not with us, but I bet you, like, your kids, they'll have that option.
I think you're nuts. I think this is fucking ridiculous. This is the craziest thing I've ever said.
This is your line in the sand,
This is it. This is the fucking line in the sand. That you want to be a fucking cyborg. That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard. This makes absolutely no. I disagree. No. Nope.
Wow.
I say no to you. I say no. Nope. That's not
okay.
happening.
So then, realistically, I'd like to have. I would like to have children and grandchildren, and live a long, happy life. Is that better?
Yeah, because being a fucking cyborg is ridiculous. You're gonna be a fucking cyborg. What the hell's wrong with you? Get your shit together.
Okay.
God damn it.
Is there anything you'd like to change from the past?
Yeah, the fact that you want to be a fucking cyborg. The fact that we even had that conversation. What the hell is wrong with you? Come on, April, get your head out of your ass. Oh.
Jason is changing what he thinks my bad quality is.
Yeah. Now, I don't know that I want my... I don't know if this makes me a hypocrite, but I wouldn't want my brain put into a robot body. However, if I could augment my abilities, that'd be something different. I don't want to change my lifespan. But it'd be cool to, like, jump really fast or jump really high or run really fast or something.
I'm just saying, like, science... I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, well, I think you're wrong.
So besides that conversation, is there anything you'd like to change from the past?
Yeah, whole hell of a lot of decisions I've made. Every time I fucking opened my mouth and said something embarrassing. Wish I put in more effort in school.
Okay.
Maybe I would have gone to college earlier in my life, and I would have taken more educational risks.
Okay.
Going to college for what I originally wanted to and stuff like that.
All right.
That's what I would change from the past.
Well, besides, like, the the significant people in my life that had died tragically. Obviously I would change that in a heartbeat. But otherwise, it would probably be knowing now what I knew, knowing now what I wish I knew then. I probably would have gone to college for something different, which would have eventually led me to this path anyways, but I would have probably cut out about $35,000 in student loans.
Yeah, there's always that.
Maybe made some better financial decisions when I was, in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Okay. Where's your favorite place to go / favorite thing to do when feeling overwhelmed? This is the last one that we'll do.
I think my favorite thing to do when feeling overwhelmed is probably either watch TV or play a video game, because I could just kind of zombify my brain.
Okay.
Which is, I feel overwhelmed quite often. I'm not very good at coping with it either, so there's that. But yeah, I'd say something that's kind of mindless.
I would say I either cook, like I stress cook, or I sit down and read, or like watch YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So what is your new segment?
So we do a lot of reviews, and we do like funny ads and stuff like that. Yeah. And a lot of what we read is very clever. People are very funny. But there's also a lot of reviews out there that that my wife and I like to call roughly reviews from people who have no business leaving a fucking review.
Okay.
Like a review where you read it and you immediately side with the company being reviewed, going, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Okay.
So I have a bunch of these.
Oh, yay.
So next year we've decided that we're going to we've been wanting to go to Colorado for a while.
Okay.
So the conversation we had in the car the other day was, "Man, I really want to go to Colorado." I said, "I really want to go to Colorado, but it's too bad we can't take the Jeep with us." My wife's like, we just need to drive there. Why don't we just drive there? So we started kind of looking into road tripping all the way to Colorado and camping all the way out there. Staying in we'd only be camping 3 days. It's 3 days to get out, 5 days in Colorado, and then 3 days back.
Doesn't matter. That's too much camping for me.
We love camping, so it's not a big deal. And it would just be minimal camping, like hopping out at the end of the night, popping the tent up, going to bed, and then getting up the next day and leaving.
Okay.
So we're like, yeah, we started getting pumped about it. We said, let's do it. So we're planning out our different spots that we're going to stop. One of which is, I don't know if you've heard of the Jellystone Park campsites.
I've actually stayed in one.
Okay. And they're not bad. I've heard of them. I know people who've stayed in them. They're okay, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
This one person reviewed one, and it's the most asinine review of anything I've ever heard. And I'm going to read it to you. So this person, Daniel, I think it's Daniel or Danielle Rivera, posted 5 days ago on Google. "This place is a prison. You can't," and feel free to stop me at any point and like rebuttal these statements, because that's what I did to Sharon when she read it to me. "You can't move the fire rings," in parentheses, "ridiculous."
Wait, what?
Yeah, why would you move the fucking fire ring?
Like this? Aren't they like stone?
Well, yeah, you can't move them.
No.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I don't know. "They charge you if you don't move the picnic table back."
Okay.
Right? And this next one's the best. "No drones allowed." Okay. "No seafood allowed to be cooked in the cabins." Oh, yeah. It gets better. Don't worry.
Wait, why?
I don't know. But it's kind of probably the same reason you don't want somebody microwaving fish at work. Let's be honest. Like, don't bring your fucking seafood to a campsite. Make some fucking hot dogs like any other human being would make. They don't let you bring in your own wood, and forced to buy their $8 wood, which is a crime. So I can tell you from experience, you're not supposed to bring firewood across state lines
No.
because of environmental nonsense.
Right.
Okay, so again, the camping store opens late. Opens late at 8:30 a.m. and the office at 9 a.m. Parentheses, really? And the best part, you cannot buy anything in the store unless your bracelet is on.
What the fuck?
So I am assuming they give you like a bracelet to say, hey, I've paid for my campsite, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
But apparently that was too much for this Daniel Rivera to keep on his fucking wrist. So the campground loses money as we just went to the store down the street. How stupid. There's one main bathroom shower area, which is far from where you are on site.
Yeah, because you don't want people shitting and stinking up the campsite.
Correct. There's the best is they told me I couldn't drive the golf cart that has a limiter. Now my question is, did he bring the fucking golf cart? Is there a golf cart there that you can use? I don't understand. Who's the fucking golf cart for? You cannot drive the golf cart, in parentheses, that has a limiter and can't go past 5 miles per hour past 11 p.m. So I told the guy, quote, does it make sense for me to park the golf cart that can go only 5 miles per hour or drive my Yukon around the campground at 11 p.m., which would a lot more dangerous?
So the golf cart must be owned by Jellystone.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Because I can tell you that the campground that my mother and her boyfriend belong to, they all have golf carts.
Okay.
And I think it's 5 miles an hour there, but there's no time limit to 5 miles an hour. It's 5 miles all the time.
So let me reread that sentence because there's more to. So they or drive my Yukon around the campground at 11 p.m., which would a lot more dangerous. Unreal. First of all, where the fuck are you going at 11 p.m. at a fucking campground?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you going? There's no fucking club there. You going to the Waffle House next to the restrooms? Like, where the fuck are you going? Stay in your fucking campsite, light a campfire, and shut the fuck up. Also,
if you're driving a Yukon, you probably can afford something a little bit nicer than the Jellystone.
Yeah, that's okay. So anyway, it goes on. The cart, all in capitals, I'm not going to scream it, but the cart only goes 5 miles per hour. I would understand if it went 10 to 15 miles per hour, but what a waste since I can walk faster. I've been to a lot of campgrounds, but this one particularly takes advantage of people who are not used to camping to know any better. Their restrictions/policies killed my family's Labor Day weekend and left a day early.
Wow.
I'm not done. No one there, THEIR, no one there cares about your concerns since it's run as a corporation and not like a family fun campground. And the best part is you can't swim in the Waykill River. It's polluted and dogs even aren't allowed in. They used to rent kayaks but stopped BC. The current is too strong. I wouldn't recommend this place if you want to go to relax, as their restrictions on everything make for an uncomfortable feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is it just me, or is basically everything he's fucking complaining about pretty much standard and obvious anyway?
Pretty much standard. I'm trying to see which one was this? Because so Jellystones are only located in New York, and I think there's one in Pennsylvania.
So where is the Waykill River?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I think it's spelt wrong.
Oh, I'm sure it's spelled wrong. Coming from the guy who spelled Their and
Spell Wake Hill for me.
Waykill River?
Yeah.
The way he spelled it, or the way I think it's spelled?
The way he spelled it.
Wakill.
Okay, so it's the Wallkill River.
It's...
And let's see, Jellystone Park. There are no results for Wallkill River, Jellystone Park. So I don't know where the fuck this guy's staying.
I don't know whether he was fucking camping, but there is no Wallkill River in a Jellystone Park. That's great.
Let's see. Maybe if I get this. No, and I even searched for Jellystone Park near Wallkill River.
Anyway.
Interesting.
So.
Fucking idiot. Oh, wait. I'm a liar. Hold on. It is the one in, looks like Gardner, New York.
Okay.
So, where are you? I think that's the one I stayed in, actually.
Okay.
Because I went with my grandparents when my grandmother and grandfather thought it would be a smart idea to buy a pop-up tent. Like one of the pop-up, like, trailers camper.
Yeah. Yep.
And we stayed in one of the ones, like, the RV sites. And I was 16. I was fucking miserable. And it was awful. I was on no sleep. It was terrible. Like, one of my uncles went. Like, it was just awful.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so give me the next one.
So we started finding these when we went to CarMax because we were looking at, that's where we got our Jeep from. So CarMax reviews are fantastic. So I have 2 of those.
Okay.
So I only have 3 of these, but my hope is that this will become a reoccurring thing because it's fucking great. Even more than the clever reviews, these ones for listening to people who have no fucking idea what they're talking about are just out of this world. So this one says, I applied online yesterday on 8/14/2018 for a car, and it said it was going to do a one-time credit run. After I applied, I got a call that I was approved. I told them to hold on. I want to see what other cars they have. I will get back to you ASAP. I want to just point out that this entire ad is one long run-on sentence. So.
Okay.
Later on that day, I got multiple alerts with Credit Karma that they ran it 5 times on TransUnion and 1 time on Equifax. Illegal, do not do business with these dishonest, deceitful sharks.
Oh.
That's it. That's the whole review.
Okay.
It's all the information you get from this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Here's the other one I have. This one's from David B. Posted 8/21/17. Great if you're a crackhead with a stolen car, but if you expect to get anywhere near market price, you are better dealing with the people who show up at your house from Craigslist.
Okay.
Well, granted, these ones weren't as funny as the first one, but I thought the Jellystone one was pretty priceless.
The Jellystone one is... I'm still trying to figure some of those out.
Where it is, or...
Yeah. Well, I found it's near the Pennsylvania border. I actually found some pretty funny ones from TripAdvisor that are bad. But it doesn't say where these hotels are, so they're not as good. But, yeah, because I don't even know where these hotels are that are bad, so that doesn't really help. Okay.
Well, I mean, if they're funny.
Oh. Let's see. Okay. So, Bar 107 in Los Angeles. If I could give half a star, I would. I love dive bars, but this place has a terrible vibe. The bouncers are worthless human beings who pat down everyone and denied me entry for absolutely no reason after I'd been stopping by a few times a month and live across the street. This place has zero respect for its patrons and should just go away quickly. Don't be fooled by the cool shit on the walls or a line on the weekends. Oh, and one time around 6 p.m., a rat was running around the main bar and someone killed it with a bar stool, resulting in blood all over the floor, which wasn't even properly cleaned up. This place sucks. So somebody responded to that and said, "Are you just mad because the bouncers let the rat in and not you?" It's okay. Sit down, pat seat. Talk to us about how that made you feel.
All right, I got a bunch of the dumbest restaurant reviews on Yelp.
Yep.
So this one from Robert S., titled Hydration Avenger. I paid a cover to get in on Saturday night, was having a good time, and had a couple of vodka drinks. Then I committed the terrible crime of asking for tap water. I was told I could not have any tap water, that I had to pay $2.50 for bottled water. Great plastic right into the landfill. I was really dehydrated and bought the water but didn't bother tipping the douchebag bartender. I won't be returning to this place. They made an undeserved $2.50 and in the process lost hundreds of future sales. Good job, morons.
Jesus.
So he went back.
He did?
Later and wrote another review that said, almost 2 years out now and haven't been back. As I said, you made $2.50 you didn't deserve and lost out on a couple $1,000s I would have spent there by now. Way to win over your customers.
Wow.
Hold on. He went back again. Coming up on 4 years now of not having been back since they robbed me of money to buy a glass of water, despite having been drinking actual alcohol beverages all evening. They've lost plenty of my money.
Did he go back at 6 years?
Oh, no, he went back at 5. It has been 5 years now since I spent a single dollar in this place. They lost a couple thousand now in sales to me. I hope the $3 they made on this glass of tap water they charged me for is paying their bills. God knows I'm not.
Oh, my God. Oh, did he go back again?
No, that was it. Spent 5 years of his life reviewing this place negatively. There's this woman who all she said, she gave them 1 star and said, could use some vegan options. That's it. Here's a good one. This place sucks. At 10 p.m. on a Friday night, they weren't letting people in because, as the bouncer put it, we don't want to crowd people in. We want you to come back some other time. Be relaxed and enjoy yourself. Good luck with that, friend.
Oh, jeez.
Apparently he didn't understand the maximum occupancy mandates of restaurants.
I got some good ones, too, so let me jump in here.
Okay, go ahead.
Wendy's, son. With, 2, 4, 6, 7 N's.
Okay.
This place Yeah. This place is ballin', yo. Chicken nuggets, Nuggitz. Be crispy like you never seen. I tasted one, it was like, what? Are you serious, Wendy? Mean girls work in the fryers, though. This one chick wouldn't even let me holla. I was like, please, you ugly anyway. It was a 5-star review by somebody named Chris.
That was it? That was the whole review?
That was the review of Wendy's.
Oh my God. All right, this one got a 2-star review. It said, sure, maybe it's cool that they have a late night club scene, but I was here to see what the food hype was all about. Tried several orders of the sushi cut and hand rolls, and it was just basic. Meh. And this was the first place ever that I was charged for extra sauce for my hand roll. Do you really need to nickel and dime customers for something that equates to a condiment? Additionally, this is the first and only sushi restaurant I've been to that does not employ Asian sushi chefs. That distracted from the overall experience as well. That's not at all racist. Service was a mixed bag, waitress and busboy were both friendly and attractive, while other staff dragged themselves around the place looking as though they were at a funeral.
Is that it?
That was it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. We have LA Donuts, 5-star review. I really love this place. I've been going since it opened. I had the hugest crush on the daughter of the owner, and when I would come in after class when I was in junior high and try to talk to her. But the skate store next door opened up and all the skaters got to her, and one of them got her pregnant. I never saw her again. Oh yeah, and the donuts and good, they will usually hook you up with a free donut to try. 5 stars.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. There is more to this story. The sushi lady.
Okay.
The owner of Harney Sushi decided to respond. So his comment was, I would have loved to personally message this guest to thank them for reviewing Harney, as I do with everyone, but she disabled the ability to personally respond, so I'm inclined to make a public comment. Maybe we are just not the cup of tea for everyone, and we don't expect to be. Sometimes guests have bad experiences, and I will do my best to remedy these. However, in this case, I find myself having to explain or defend our chefs and the industry at large. You see, our chefs may not be your traditional, quote, Asian sushi chefs that Marina implies distracts from her experience, but I will stack our chefs up against any restaurant in San Diego County. Between the 8 of them, they amass an astonishing 100 years of sushi experience and have won Best of the Fest award competing against the best chefs in the country and have received numerous accolades from dozens of print and online articles. It is the passion of the chefs that not the apparent appearance or race as such chefs that make the difference. Personally, this is such a slighted remark on the entire industry. I find it offensive. Is the best Italian food made by Italians? Is the best French food only served in France by men with poetic accents? I think not. Please think before you make such assumptions. Comments about whether the race of your chefs is an indicator of the quality of your food. Response to owner comment.
Oh, no.
As a customer, it is my prerogative to have a personal preference of a specialized restaurant. I did not say your lack of Asian chefs distracted from food quality, only the ambiance. For me personally, if I go to a Chinese restaurant, I don't want to hear rock music piped through the restaurant, for instance. It distracts from the theme. Take it with a grain of salt rather than being butthurt about it.
Wow, what a racist.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ford's Theater. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stars. By Abe L., who gave a 2-star review. Was murdered here. Would not recommend. Lincoln, Ford's Theater.
I know.
All right, here's another one. They won't give the name of the restaurant. 4 stars. Dinner at blank is an unforgettable experience not to be missed. It's a beautiful restaurant, the food is fantastic, and you'll be thinking about it long after the meal is over. We started with the date and almond naan, which was delicious and sweet. The butter chicken, known in some places as makini, was tender, moist pieces of dark meat chicken smothered in a delicious sauce with tomatoes, honey, cardamom, and what I'm assuming was a pound of laxatives. The 3 greens sag was wonderful and not loaded with butter or cream, just fresh and delicious kale, spinach, and mustard greens. Hearty, bold, and certainly capable of demolishing even the stiffest constipation. White dude working the tandoors. You go, sir. The tandoori prawns was cooked beautifully, seasoned to perfection, and tore through me with the awesome fury of the horseman of the apocalypse. Bravo. It gets better. The duck biryani, a special not on the menu, I would say is not worth it. It's 2 cups of rice and a duck thigh, and we were just surprised to discover that it cost $28. My wife thought it was going to be around $8. My sense of remorse doubled this morning as it ripped its way out of me in a raging, fiery whirlwind of poopy terror. This meal was delectable, exotic, and incinerated everything in my intestines. My morning was an unforgettable thrill ride. The exotic flavors and aroma of India came flooding back to me as I literally peed out of my butt. 4 stars for the truly delicious food and unimpeachable service. -1 star for expensive biryani and for turning me into a human flamethrower.
That's pretty good. So I have a couple more. These ones are from TripAdvisor, and they're like real short little blurbs from dumb reviews. Here we go. You said the town was next to a volcano, but we went there. We went and there was no lava. I'm pretty sure it was just a mountain. Sorry, there were dogs outside. New York's no Zootopia. The animals at the zoo looked very sad and it made our children cry. Can't they train them to smile? Lost in Spain. The street signs weren't in English. I don't understand how anybody can get around. Okay. This one's about India. I was disgusted to find that almost every restaurant served curry, and I don't like spicy food at all. Sightseeing in Kenya. The elephants we saw on our honeymoon were visibly aroused, which made my wife upset and made me feel inadequate. Similar to that, my boyfriend and I asked for single beds in our room, and you gave us a double. Now I'm pregnant. In deep water in Italy. No one told us there would be fish in the sea. The children were surprised and upset. This one's about Thailand. The beach was so sandy that sand got into my clothes and it was hard to wash off my skin. Let's see.
I have one, since you're going to go to Colorado, there's a place in Denver called Sexy Pizza.
Sexy Pizza in Denver, Colorado. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind.
Bruce W. wrote about Sexy Pizza. He gave it 3.5 stars.
Okay.
They overcharged me because I was drunk. That's some very non-sexy behavior. Unless Denver has the MFer of all sales taxes, they clearly ripped me off. Pizza was decent, not sexy.
That's ridiculous.
And there's one for a strip club who they didn't give the name. But it was by Bobby D. And he gave it 1 star. If you like C-section scars, bullet wounds, scrapes, cuts, sob stories about how they trying to dance for their 5 kids, weaves, smelly vaginas, and cellulite, this place is for you. Seriously, I went home and danced in front of my own mirror and got myself hotter than this dump. Nothing like day shift at a strip club.
My God. Oh, here's another good one. It took us 9 hours for our flight to get from the UK to Antigua, but the Americans at our resort said it only took them 3. There were too many foreigners and everyone spoke Spanish. This was somebody who went to Spain.
Jesus.
This is somebody who went to Greece. We could not enjoy the tour as our guide was too ugly. Last but not least, another person that went to Spain. The beach had too many fat people. It was gross. And that's what I'm ending off with.
Oh my God.
People are the worst.
Well, I got one more for you. Alameda County Jail. Oh, Alameda County Santa Rita Jail. Got 5 stars.
Okay.
As far as jails go, this is the creme de la creme. First off, you don't even need a ride here. They pick you up from anywhere in the county. Sometimes they even get you out of bed and bring you, and it's all free of charge.
That was the whole thing?
That was the whole thing. They really like that jail.
You really like that jail. The creme de la creme of jails.
Yes.
Oh my God! All right. So I hope that I'm planning on bringing that one back a lot.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think that should be our signature review from now on. Is just idiot reviews.
Yeah, but I like to throw in some Craigslist every once in a while.
That's true.
There's some good ads out there.
I'm sure there's idiots on Craigslist too.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of idiots on Craigslist.
Oh, anyway, all right.
Fanfic pick. I do.
All right, go ahead.
It's called Goofy Dean, and it's by Oh My Loki. And it's a check, please.
Okay. So if you like fanfic, check it out.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess it's that time again. Do a little housekeeping.
Come on, play. I had it all queued up and everything.
It's too late. You missed it.
Damn
Moving
it.
on. As always, you can find us on Twitter, A&J Have No Ideas. Our email address is aprilandjhavenoideas@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, April and J Have No Ideas. Discord, under the April and J Have No Ideas channel, under Random Chatter Network, randomchatter.com, and iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to call and leave us a voicemail, our number is 475-212-5457. We'll take any show ideas, comments, ramblings, drunken tomfoolery, whatever you got. Just leave us a message. And if you don't mind, head over to iTunes and rate and review us, so that we can be good on iTunes and people listen to us good.
Are you having a stroke?
Yep. I smell toast. So that's really it. That's all I got this week.
Oh, man.
That went pretty well.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's good when we get mad about things.
It is good when we get mad about things.
Should probably change our podcast to April and Jay Are Angry.
April and Jay. April and Jay have things to be mad about.
And sometimes April makes Jay really mad about something really ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but there was just the stupidest thing anybody has that you've ever said to me.
And I say a lot of stupid shit.
Just the dumbest fucking. That was there. I just. Yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note,
now you got me going again. You stupid shit. Just. Whatever. Anyway.
I've been April.
And I've been angry.
And that was an idea.
Rambling. If nothing else.
Yeah, you need to chill.
I know.